A pleasant good evening and welcome to SAT TV's Channel 9 Evening News. I am your presenter, Larry LaRoque. Thank you for joining us. Among the major developments, concerned fishermen of Newtown wants diesel spill resolved. OECS financing to receive some attention, says St. Vincent PM. Our steady Egyptian leader Hosseini Mubarak health condition worsens. Details of these and other stories after the break.
Support local, support SAT Telecommunications Ltd, the people's choice. Join hands with us. Come and sign up for your digital TV connection today. We got the sharpest, cleanest, brightest digital TV connection. No antiquated analog service, only pure digital and many new packages coming soon. With latest in sports, movies, children programming and much more. So if you have your flat screen TV and you want to see quality TV, join now. Sign up today for your digital television. Support local, support SAT Telecommunications Ltd, the people's choice. SAT Telecoms Ltd has obtained the exclusive rights to the 2012 Olympic Games held in the United Kingdom, and these games are the largest in history to date. The impact of these games will bring millions of viewers to the television screen. SAT Telecommunications is a supporter of the Olympics, and in extension, we support the sportsmen and the women of Dominica. Join hands with SAT Telecommunications Ltd and support our sportsmanship. Gold sponsorships at $20,000, silver at $10,000 and bronze at $5,000.
Thank you for staying with us. Now for the details of the news. The National Cooperative Credit Union NCCU Canas Lipso launching ceremony was held earlier today, where Chairman Mr. Leroy Charles stated that the competition is an important event in Dominica.
The competition itself, it's important, and it's important for several reasons, and I will not call it the rejuvenation because Midnight Groovers continue to play Cadas Lipso relentlessly, Ophelia Fitzroy continue to play Cadas Lipso, but it was important that the NCCU took the initiative. What we have done is we have went down to the communities and we have tried to sift through and speak to the people. And one of the areas we felt that we could have contributed this year is in culture.
Mr. Charles says Cadas Lipso is Dominica's international music, and in the 70s it ruled superbly. He explains why in further details.
It is a music that have brought Dominica to the fore. It has brought Dominica's music and culture as far as the African continent, North, Central, and South America, Europe in its entirety, and presently, as we speak, in a little French department just of the African continent, La Réunion, Cadas Lipso is as popular as when it did in the 70s.
President of the NCCU, Mr. Dexter Ducre, says NCCU vision is to ensure that the Cadas Lipso music lives on. Here is Mr. Ducre with more details about the music and the competition.
NCCU will be staging a Grand Cadas Lipso competition on the 20th of October 2012 at the Newtown Savannah. Please allow me to share with you a history of the Cadas music as I know it. Cadas music is Dominica's own. It appeared on the musical landscape in 1973 to 1974. This musical phenomenon was created by Sons of the Soil, musical geniuses, Gordon Henderson and the Exile One Band.
Minister of Tourism and Legal Affairs, Honorable Ian Douglas, believes that this is a worthwhile venture for the NCCU in terms of creation of wealth production. Mr. Douglas explains further.
As people always think about maybe production of bananas or carrying the tourists to the Emerald Pool or the Trafalgar Falls on a bus, the building of hotels and stuff. These are the more popular aspects of production that you hear people speak of. But oftentimes we kind of forget and we neglect the intellectual property, which is in fact really property which is capable of being produced for export. And that's why I really congratulate and really endorse this initiative, because I believe that there's great potential in the export of the production of intellectual property. And a lot of people like to give Mark Murray a lot of blows when he goes about trying to defend the rights.
As part of its one-year anniversary, Secret Bay Resort is giving their guests an opportunity to keep part of the secret for themselves as they launch the highly anticipated residencies program. Secret Bay Resort is located on the northwest coast of Dominica, 10 miles away from the town of Portsmouth. Guests who have fallen in love with the resort's unconventional concepts can now purchase whole or fractional shares of a limited number of villas and bungalows. The villas and bungalows will be built across the 4-acre site by hand and without heavy machinery, in keeping with its sustainable style and continuous commitment to the environment. As with the existing structures, these accommodations will offer all the personalized service and signature amenities. The resort has received the prestigious 2012 Certificate of Excellence Award, the impressive development of the year of 2011, and it was the first property in Dominica to be named on the Hit List 2012 by Travel and Leisure. Secret Bay is a sustainable development from the sourcing of the materials, the building methods, water and energy efficiency, to an ongoing commitment to the protection of the precious land here in Dominica. Secret Bay also supports the local community through employment, the development of a small-scale tourism in the area, and setting up a community development fund. A fitting theme for a graduation ceremony: if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Students of the graduating class of 2012 of the Dominica Grammar School were all elated, yet said this marks the end of their tenure at the DGS. Principal of the Dominica Grammar School, Mrs. Alicia Jajak, gave a report on the school year. This year had the largest registration of new students on record, with 231 students. She says that despite a few distractions, the school year was fairly successful.
I am confident that they will not be overwhelmed by the large groups that they will encounter at the Dominica State College. They are used to that. They can work under pressure, and they are used to being flexible. Graduating class, welcome to the club of the distinguished alumni of the Dominica Grammar School.
83 students were sent off at the ceremony. The principal also wants to appeal to the public to cope their first thought sensational and negative news about the youth.
This insatiable thirst is glorifying the bad behavior of a few and making them into heroes. The many young people who are involved every day in wholesome and uplifting activities are hardly given airtime or newspaper space.
The Minister for Education, Honorable Peter Seja, and Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit presented the students with their awards, diplomas, and prizes. The valedictorian awards went to Delena Seja and Clem Francis. They gave their address where they celebrated their success with the rest of the graduates. Clem Francis especially wanted to thank his teachers.
My wondrous teachers, you were without a doubt the sword in my conquest for academic success. Mr. O.I., without shame, indeed, I did my best to focus, ask questions, and practice. Miss John Jones, gracias for being my stern but lovable mother and ensuring that decadence not come to me. Miss Felix, you are yet another of my mothers. I thank you for putting up with me in literature class at 4 o'clock in your very own home.
Dr. Gavin Seaman, head officer at the Princess Margaret Hospital and former student of the Dominica Grammar School, gave the feature address. He cautioned the graduates that their education at the DGS has laid a strong foundation upon which they can build a meaningful and successful future.
And notice I said you can build, not your teachers, not your parents, not the politicians, but you. That means taking responsibility for the direction your life takes and what achieve. So what do you want to do with your life now? Isn't this ceremony what has it been all about? The 5 years of high school culminated in this formal send-off. High school is over now. You're free from its shackles. No more CXC, no more SBAs, no more labs, no more homework for that subject you hate.
He had these words of encouragement to the students.
Don't panic. Never panic. Even in the face of scary uncertainty. Tackle all your problems with a level head and a strong disposition. If opportunity does not knock, build a door. Figure out what makes you happy and do it to the best of your abilities, as long as it's something productive. You may love eating ice cream, but eating ice cream all day long may not be very sensible.
The students sang a song and was sent off with a blessing. Two fishermen are pleading for action to be taken to put an end to a seepage of diesel which has been flowing in the sea for 6 months now. Mr. Timothy Lewis, better known as Drizzle, and Mr. Trevor Augustus, who is better known as Captain, who are from the community of Newtown, says that their businesses are being affected negatively as a result of this diesel seepage coming from behind of Ruben's Bakery.
But now they register it like it's 6 months they have been losing that fuel. But now they do a surface lining, but all what has been lost and been trapped behind this wall now is seeping in the water for more than a year. But even they say 6 months, I agree with 6 months, but I know they admit. But now where they did a cutting to do a resurfacing of the fuel line, but all what that has been trapped behind my back underground, we need a solution to melt it out, not to affect me and the sea and my visitors when I come for snorkeling.
Mr. Lewis says he normally brings tourists to the area for snorkeling and diving, which is how he makes a living. But since the diesel spill, tourists are not visiting the area and he's not making any money. He added that the fish are staying away from the area and the birds are even refusing to eat the bread when thrown in the water. Mr. Timothy pointed out that since the diesel seepage, he has not earned any money working in this area. Another fisherman who is concerned about the situation, Mr. Trevor Augustus, says that he and other community members have been complaining about the issue for a long time now before anything was done.
What they do, that they tell me that they take a survey and they change the line on the system. But what happening now, I believe that they have something that they will detect in the system, in the thing, and it's still running down steady. So you can watch on the seaside, on the shore. You can see where it's belching out now from the ground and going into the sea. So the whole sea right now, if you take a look, you go to the diesel spread all over, going all to the rear. And no children, nobody can bathe there right now, and very disturbing. And I think we're supposed to take a step on it and go down further into what happened in there, in that system. It's time to stop it.
Mr. Augustus added that although the management of Ruben's Bakery changed the gas line to have it surfaced instead of buried, there is still diesel leaking into the sea which needs to stop. Speaking with the manager of Ruben's Bakery, Mr. Mervyn Birmingham, he says as they received the report that there was a diesel leakage coming from the bakery, they immediately investigated and found the root of the problem. He said they then dug up the underground diesel pipeline and resurfaced it in an effort to solve the seepage problem.
It has been about 2 weeks now since we have done it, and so far I have not really seen anything going towards the sea. So we did not sleep on it. We took immediate action to ensure that at least that we keep with the environment and try to protect the sea as much as possible.
Mr. Birmingham says that although fixing the pipelines immediately was a course of action taken, the leftover diesel would seep out, which is what the fishermen have been seeing, but the problem has been solved. He added that the persons who live by the bay are building shanty houses and are not taking care of the environment, dumping rubbish in the same area that they live.
Now, the environmental health office has been coming out there almost every 3 weeks for the past 5 months, cleaning up, and each time they clean, the people that uses that visual, they just come and they dump everything on there. Yet still, they talk about it affecting their business. If they dumping all that litter by the beach side, like it's a dump site, that's what prevents their way of employment. If you look at the boats, the fishing boats, they are there. Those men don't go out on sea as they should. They only go when they maybe feel like they want to make money, and that is not good.
Mr. Birmingham went on to say that Ruben's Bakery has been in Newtown for over 30 years and they would not want to do anything to hurt nor affect the community in a negative way, and wants the residents of the shanty houses to keep the area clean and tidy. We may soon notice an influx of French visitors from the island of Guadeloupe, especially for the summer holidays, as the Discover Dominica Authority DDA will be promoting visits to Dominica, which will take place at the Gestreland Mall in Guadeloupe. This will commence from June 21st to 23rd and will be conducted by Marketing Executive of the DDA, Ms. Daphne Vidal, who says she is looking forward to the project.
The purpose of the mall exhibition is to promote vacation in Dominica during the summer by people from Guadeloupe. Hoteliers have prepared special packages which they will be offering to visitors of the mall. Some of the properties will be participating are Rosalie Bay Resort, Fort Young Hotel, Sunset Bay Club, Chez Ophelia, and SeaWorld Guest House.
Ms. Vidal says the idea came about as they realized that 25% of the visitors to Dominica come from the French West Indies, so they embarked on a marketing drive to promote more visitors to increase the visitor arrivals in Dominica.
And during the summer vacation, the French travelers usually plan their vacation ahead and they usually travel with their families. So we've already had a mall exhibition in Martinique from June 7th to 9th, which went very well, and some of the hotels who participated have already received bookings for summer vacation. So we are going to do this exhibition in Guadeloupe, which we hope will bring in more visitors to Dominica from that island during the summer.
She added that they have always invited certified properties to partner along with them on trade events, hence the reason for Rosalie Bay Resort and Fort Young Hotel being on board, amongst others.
The hoteliers respond very positively to participating in the mall exhibition because they can actually talk about their property, or rather sell their property to the clients right there and explain to them what it is that their property has to offer based on the needs of their clients. And what we found happening at the mall exhibition in Martinique last year was that some persons would come to the exhibition, come to the mall, get information about the properties, go back home, go through the brochures, make a decision, and come back the next day and actually book a room at the property or book several rooms so that they can return with their family or with their friends.
Ms. Vidal is encouraging all Dominicans in the French West Indies and all others to continue promoting the project, which will be increasing visits to Dominica. Dominica young men continue to move forward by getting involved in positive activities such as music. On June 22nd, DA Productions will present 2012 Reggae Jam at the Lintonia Bar and Restaurant in Point Michel at 9 p.m. Local artist who goes by the name of Firebright says the aim is to try to promote positive music which may hopefully help to reduce crime and violence amongst the younger generations.
Well, we just want to help, in the entertainment industry by giving some performance, some entertainment, and trying to build up for at this reggae festival we're working on, more time.
He believes this is an opportunity to encourage the youth to get involved in the music genre as well as revealing the talents they have to offer.
Yeah, we just recognize that there exists a demand for local, reggae music, like local music then, quality music, entertainment in Dominica. So we just try, to build that up and get young people to come into, doing the music, doing their talents, whatever they have,
How long have you been involved in
Well, it's been a few years. Actually, I cannot really tell you how much years, you know, but it's been a few years, maybe over 10 years.
Local artist who goes by the name Smooth says that Dominica has a lot of hidden talent which needs to be recognized, as he explains in further details.
But anyway, you know, like, we have this event coming up. It is this Friday. You know, we have a guest artist from Paris. His name is Jael.
Yeah.
You know, guest artist from Paris coming down. So, you know, we just want to encourage the Dominican public to come out and support us. You know, it's local, it's your local artist, it's Dominica's artist, you know, we are Dominica, as you say.
Yeah,
know?
man.
So we just want to encourage them to come out and support us, you know, because, and if it's not like, we are being recognized out there, but the problem is in our country, is like, we are not being recognized too much in our country.
Organizer of the event, who goes by the name Jahil, says the aim is to enhance Dominica's tourism industry by developing the cultural sector.
So we bring the artists in, and not alone the artists, the painters, the poets, the poetries, all art, all field concerning art, we bring them in to develop this sector in Dominica.
She believes that it will be of excellent and beneficial value that other artists are exposed to the people abroad, and she is determined to make this idea a reality.
So we got this idea down to have all the young artists coming in Friday night, and we asked Star TV, thank you, to come in to film so we can get this CD and send it up outside in New York or ETV, other places, to realize what we are doing exactly in Dominica. Because I think the local celebrities in Dominica need a red carpet, dance all reggae music. So we call in all the artists to come in together to give us some readings down. Thank you very much.
This has been the local segment of the news. Coming up next, regional highlights.